Good morning from Walton, Kentucky. That is the city we are in, and we are in our hotel room. I wanted to share where we stayed with you guys because today is our first full day here. Yesterday we were traveling, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna break up this video depending on how much footage I'm able to capture this weekend. It may be 2 parts or 1 part, I'm not sure yet. So if you are jumping onto this video and it's not making sense, chances are there was a part 1 yesterday, which was our travel day. So we traveled all the way from the West Coast to northern Kentucky, right on the border of Ohio and Kentucky. And so we checked into our room last night. We took the kids swimming to burn off some energy from sitting on the airplane all day. And then we tried to go to sleep at like a normal time, Kentucky time, because that is 3 hours ahead of where we're from. And everybody did okay going to sleep except for me. I was awake for a long time, but that's okay. I can make do. I'm just glad the kids got a good night's sleep. So we are staying at the Holiday Inn Express Suites in Walton, Kentucky. I would highly recommend this hotel. This hotel is very clean, and for larger families, which I don't even consider 4 kids a large family, but in the hotel world it is. And so this room is actually really perfect if you have a larger family and you want to travel to see the Ark and the Creation Museum. So I wanted to share where we stayed. So like I said, Holiday Inn and Suites in Walton, Kentucky. There's only one, so you can't go wrong. But I'll show you guys the room. So it has 2 queen beds, so 1 and 2, and we obviously are living in here, so it's not as perfect as it was, but it has the pull-out couch as well. So last night the boys were there, the girls were here, Jake and I were here, and these are all queen size beds, so there's plenty of room. And then it has, of course, like this little desk area, TV, kids are watching some cartoons. This little area is nice because you can hang up everybody's coats. And then there's even a little refrigerator, a Keurig, a microwave, the bathroom is in there, and then you have this area to kind of leave your shoes and whatnot. So it's a really decent sized hotel room, and we've made ourselves right at home, so it's worked out really good. So yes, today we are going to the Ark Encounter, and they have a sister attraction, the Creation Museum, and if you've never ever heard of what the Ark Encounter is, it is a 2-size replica of Noah's Ark. There's biblical factual evidence that supports the size and how it was measured, and so they've created a replica of that. And then there's all kinds of really cool exhibits on the inside. We have tickets for ziplining, which I thought, oh, that'll be fun. Maybe it's just like a 1-2 thing. And then last night, for the very first time, I like hopped on YouTube and like searched the zipline thing, and I'm slightly scared. I think there's different levels, so hopefully we can do like the lower level, because I was seeing that one of them was like 150 feet in the air, which I just don't think is good for me. So anyways, that's what's on the plan today. We are gonna finish getting ready. It's about 9:30. The hotel also has breakfast. Even with everything going on, they just have you tell the employee what you want, and then they give it to you and you take it back to your room. So it's not like a gourmet 5-star, highly recommend breakfast, but there's enough and it gets the job done. So I always try to find a place that has breakfast too, and more than just like pastries. So they do have a little bit more here. Wasn't amazing, but that's okay. So that's it. So we're gonna head to the Ark here in a little bit, and I'm like beyond excited to see what it looks like, just because you read about it, you study it, but then if you're a visual learner and you homeschool, it's moments like that where something you've read about and learned about your whole life, and then you get to see like a visual representation of that. I just think it's gonna be incredible, and so I'm really excited. And I've heard from a few of you guys who guessed where we were on Instagram, because I didn't want to give it away over there yet, because I'm filming. So a few of you guys messaged me and said like you were just here and it was fabulous. So thank you for those messages. That has added to the excitement, and I'm just so glad that we didn't chicken out or let like the news scare us from coming. Like we're having a great time. So I'm excited to go and see the Ark, which is what we came all this way to do. There it is, the Ark. We came all this way to see it, and we've already said Merry Christmas and God bless at least 1,000,000 times. So you appreciate those things. And there's the ziplining tower for later. So we just got here and I already am so impressed because they're having a Southern gospel choir later performance, a Christmas-like play, and just all kinds of things. So we will be here all day long, and it's a beautiful day. It's not too cold, and we're just really excited to be here. Well worth the journey for sure. So we haven't even gone in, and I already love just being here, the presence and the other people, the employees. It's really awesome. So you think this is how they fed the animals? They were in here?
I never realized how they put them stacked up and stuff.
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, that's good. I'm lucky to be Noah's uncle. Yeah, I'm lucky to be. What is that here? I think you were on the boat.
They make the sounds of the flood.
What if my thing is dirty? What if it colors? Like, how did Noah get so much thick logs and stuff? It's animals inside here.
So the animals would have been in.
See, these are for the small animals and those are for the bigger ones.
Okay. And then they had the slotted floors so they could clean up their cages. So these were the small cages, and then these were the larger cages.
That makes sense. It says they could lay on floating debris or float around as larvae or eggs.
Because insects can withstand water washing over them. But it does, what does it say? Butterflies and moths, more delicate.
So this is where the moths were kept to feed the animals. Oh look, that. Oh, it's a dinosaur. Let's go look at the animals. Look, this was some of the first dinosaurs. Oh
So
my gosh.
here's the representative shown. The, how do you say this, Landon?
I don't know.
Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon, we don't know, but check it out.
It says 2 to 18 feet.
So,
And those are the first dinosaurs, kind of. Those ones. You can tell because they don't look like the other ones.
and look what they say over here. This is such a common question. Hold that greater than 99% of all species that ever lived on Earth are now extinct, but they make that number more inflated based on evolutionary for 3.5 billion years ago. So they estimate the number really high for that year. So that means that there was actually have 99% of all species.
Oh, Mommy, this is one where the big animals kept those cages up there. Where do you think Noah slept, Mom?
Okay, I don't know.
Here.
The art here is unreal.
So I guess it's like an arena. Oh, look, the king's getting hung by his servants. So I guess people did this.
Oh yeah, this was the descent into darkness.
It's kind of like the Rainbow Pit in Star Wars.
And here are the giraffes.
Yeah. Oh, those don't look like giraffes.
So these were the larger animals.
It's like oh, poor Shem is buried. Actually, here, but why is it here? That's amazing. Even the stuff.
So full circle homeschool mom moment coming to fruition right here. We read the missionary story of Hudson Taylor, and we are currently in the room in the section of China where they go through and show some of the original Bibles that were translated, and these are the Bibles. They have an actual Bible that Hudson Taylor was responsible for translating into Mandarin, and he was the first missionary to do it. So we're seeing that Bible now after reading the book, which is incredible. So here's the Bible that Hudson Taylor was first responsible for translating into Mandarin, the very first person to do it. You guys remember how long it took him? We read this book last year, but do you remember?
Long time.
His whole life. His whole life.
It's real.
Yeah, that's the real chair he sat in.
1870 to 1890.
This is the chair used in China during his later life. That's Hudson Taylor's chair. So this right here is supposed to remind you that you guys are responsible for taking the gospel into parts of the world where it hasn't been preached or received yet. And that's why you see yourself in the mirror. Kind of cool. This is what they'll tell you, Kylie. The Bible is full of contradictions written by people with no knowledge of science. Straight from the college professor right there. All the animals are grouped together and in twos.
Oh, they have a red panda.
Aww. What'd you choose, Caleb?
Pig.
Piggy? Kylie, what are you getting?
A sloth.
Mr. Sloth, he's cute. What do you like, Livy? A snake? What? You don't get the serpent. That you wanted the red fox? Oh, the red panda. We stopped at Kroger. Got some lunch. Sitting outside. Feels good. Cleaning our hands, of course. So now that we're done having some lunch here at this just picnic table outside, we are gonna go over into the little petting zoo area before we go in to hear the choir sing. So we're gonna just walk over there. The lady at the front where we paid for parking, she was so nice, and she told us that the kangaroos are sad when they don't have many visitors. So we're gonna go make sure that the kangaroos are nice and happy.
Technically keep as pets, but it's important to always do your research before adopting a pet so you know what you're getting into. That little tortoise earlier, he was super cute, and you can have Russian tortoises as pets, but remember what I said about their lifespan.
So the kids are playing on the playground, and we're having, of course, a coffee and a snack break right here after we just got all the stuffed creatures. We're also in charge of watching now, and then we're gonna go and grab dinner elsewhere and then come back for our ziplining. Time is at 5:30, so super excited and kind of scared about that, but I do think that I paid for just the lower line, which I'm very relieved about. It's the rainbow maze. Can you get out?
Yes.
Yeah, see, right here. Oh. The Williams are in Williamstown, Kentucky, in the little downtown Main Street area. Super cute. Lights at the top. We love a historic Main Street area. So we're going right up here to this place called Bell's Smoke and Barbecue to order our food to go and have a car picnic, since the restaurants are not allowed to have in-person dining. Some fried pickles, some Bell's Smoke and Barbecue sauce to take home.
See if anyone else wants some.
Some brisket. Daddy's happy. Having another car picnic from a 100% locally owned restaurant in Williamstown, Kentucky, Bell's Barbecue. They were incredibly nice. I think that was the owner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was only one owner and one like helper in there, a waitress, and they were super thankful for the business and just sharing with us about how difficult it's been, so we were glad to have found them to go in and support their restaurant. And so we're gonna eat in the car, but if you come here and go to the Ark, go see Bell's Barbecue in Williamstown. Super good fried pickles. Any thoughts before you go ziplining for the first time?
I'm a little nervous.
How about you? Barbecue dinner?
Yeah. Stays down.
Good enough. Yeah. Nervous.
Nervous?
Stays down and sideways.
Are you scared?
No.
Are you scared?
I'm gonna try to keep my breakfast.
They did it. They stepped off the zip line. What did you think?
That was exhilarating.
Exhilarating? What'd you think? Hooked? Now he wants to go on the 150 feet one. How about you? Did you like it?
Yes, I almost cheated my pants.
Loved it? So you walk up that whole tower there and then zip line across, but this is the shortest one. There's a much higher one. And as you guys can see, the lights are all on at the Ark. And the Ark is all beautifully illuminated. It's so pretty at night. But we're going to watch a canine dog show, because we love dogs and we love watching dogs do stuff. I'm proud of you, Livs.
Yeah, especially if
I could see the fear in your eyes.
Landon was getting super
I almost had to use that.
I was scared. I was shaking. I'm not gonna lie.
I was shaking.
I was shaking.
I was being nervous or the cold.
Okay guys, we are back at the hotel room. Kids are showering and we are pooped. We walked so much today. That's one tip that I have. I wasn't expecting it to be like Disneyland walking, but it actually was a lot of walking, like 15,000 steps, and I did not wear good walking shoes. So definitely prioritize shoes if you come to the Ark. There's a lot more to walk and do and see than I thought. So really surpassed my expectations, and I'll probably do a whole recap on what I thought about it, because I know a lot of you guys have messaged and said that you might want to go. So we are back at our room. Like I said, the kids are showering. It is 8:20, and We're just watching a Christmas movie, and Jake went down to the lobby to get some tea for us. Oh my gosh. I didn't sleep well last night because the time thing and everything threw me off, but I know I'm gonna sleep good tonight. So we are gonna go to bed, and then I'm not sure all of what we're gonna get into tomorrow. Tomorrow's kind of our free day to explore a little bit, and then we're going to the Creation Museum on Sunday. So I'm not sure what I'll include in tomorrow's video, but you guys will come along with us, and if there's anything worth seeing, I will include it here. But we are gonna go to bed tonight. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day of our trip here. It is a rainy, drizzly day outside, but we are not mad about it. We all slept in. I felt like we needed to sleep in, so we slept until almost 9 o'clock Kentucky time, and we were up maybe until 10 o'clock, so that would be like 7 our time, and then 6 a.m. so I don't know what's happening. Doing like weekend getaways to a different time zone is always kind of interesting because it's not long enough to fully like get into their time frame, but it's just funny. So anyways, we decided today, Saturday, that we were going to just have like a hangout day. There's a restaurant called Beans Cafe that I have been wanting to go to because the owner there is fighting against the craziness of all of the lockdowns here in Kentucky specifically, but you know, this is across the nation. The restaurant industry, it's been hit beyond belief. And so I randomly came across his restaurant when I was doing a little research for the trip leading up to this, and he's just stated like it makes no sense why we can't have people inside our restaurant, but we're okay if we spend thousands of dollars on outside tents and then put people inside tents outside. And like, you know, you guys know I just really resonate with that. Also, where we are, we can no longer go out to eat as a family. Restaurants are open for dine-in currently. That might change in our area, but they have a limit on 4 people per table. So I can't even eat at a meal with the people I live with. So we haven't been inside a restaurant to eat in quite a while. So we are going to go over and support this local business here. It's called Beans Cafe. It's in Dry Ridge, Kentucky, and there is another one. I don't know the quality of the food or anything, but we're gonna go based on just the fact that he's standing up for a lot of other businesses in the area, and he has been fined, and I mean they've really tried to get him to comply, and he's like, no, we're cleaning, we're doing all the things that we should be doing, and it just doesn't make any sense. So anyways, we decided that since it was raining today, we were gonna do that. We also wanted to go and see some historical sites here in Kentucky. We wanted to go see the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln, and we also wanted to go to Mammoth Cave. However, everything is pretty limited because of COVID. We knew that, but we thought, oh, maybe we'll just go walk around. Like, it's not a big deal if we can't go actually inside the cabin at the Abraham Lincoln birthplace. But upon reading more reviews, it's about 2.5 hours away from where we are. And people who had gone recently where they couldn't go inside, they were saying it wasn't really worth driving all that way, that it's a beautiful national, I think it's a monument or national park, I'm not sure. But people were saying like, it's just not, you know, there's not much else to do if you can't go in there, and plus it's raining, so walking around outside. So we're gonna just hang out today. We're gonna go eat, like I said. We're gonna let the kids swim. We're gonna go to the grocery store again to grab lunch for tomorrow for when we go to the Creation Museum. And so yeah, today is just gonna be kind of like a hangout day. We might drive down to Lexington just for a fun drive and see some of the older houses that are down there. We just always love like seeing a new area. So don't have any super specific plans, but to be quite honest, I really love that. When we travel, I love like having freedom, and of course we all needed sleep, and that felt really good. And I would recommend, if you guys do this trip, buffer yourself a day in between going to the Ark and the Creation Museum, because I feel like if we would have gone to the Creation Museum today, we kind of it was a full day yesterday, so we had a great time, loved every second of it, but like my feet were tired. I didn't bring the best shoes, like I said, and I know like my little, like Olivia's leg, she was tired, she fell asleep super fast. So I feel like today will be a good day to kind of rejuvenate, so then tomorrow we can go to the Creation Museum and soak in all of that goodness and not feel kind of like tired and burned out on walking and reading and all those things. So we're just gonna hang out today, so there's probably not gonna be too much that I will show you. If I see anything great, I'll include it here, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I would recommend a day to split up going between the Ark and the Creation Museum. So the weather's rainy, so that just added to the plans of resting. And fun thing is that obviously it's almost Christmas. It's like in what, 10 days from now. So we, on the TV here in the hotel room, they've been playing continual Christmas movies, so that's also been fun. So we've just turned them on. So far we've seen Home Alone, we've seen The Grinch, and we've seen part of Santa Claus, so they're just playing all the time. So anyways, that's what we're getting into today on Saturday. We have tomorrow, and then our flight leaves early on Monday, so that way we can get home and have enough time to like go grocery shopping and get prepared for the week. So yeah, I always try to get early flights, so that way we're able to kind of have a day at home to adjust back. And so anyways, that's what's going on. So I'm not sure if I'll include anything else, but if not, then I will see you guys tomorrow when we go to the Creation Museum. Good morning, you guys. It is our last day on our trip here. We head home tomorrow morning nice and early. Today we are headed to the Creation Museum, which is the Ark's sister attraction, they call it. So same, I don't know that it's a company, but I guess it is. So same company. From the Ark to the Creation Museum is about 45 minutes. Our hotel is like in the middle of both. So it was about 20 minutes to the Ark, and it's about 20 minutes to the Creation Museum. So we are going to head there. They do lights for Christmas time as well, and have all different things at this museum. So I'm really excited to see it. The kids are super excited. We've heard really good things about it. So we are gonna head over there to spend the entire day. We'll probably stay until it closes, almost just like we did at the Ark. And then tomorrow morning we're leaving and heading home from our fun weekend out here. The Christmas lights and just being like at the Ark and then going here. It's really been an awesome trip to make it Christmas time, so I would highly recommend it. Yesterday we went and had lunch at Bean's Cafe. I shared a little bit about why we were going there, so we went and did that. Then we drove down to Lexington and looked at some historical sites. I did not bring the camera, I only brought my phone, so I recorded a few little clips. Not sure if I'll include them in the video or not, but we drove around. We saw the Mary Todd house, which was Abraham Lincoln's wife's childhood home. We went to the Lexington cemetery, which I know sounds kind of creepy, but it's a historical landmark as well, and there are headstones in there from the early 1800s, and so that was pretty incredible to see. And then we also went over to the Henry Clay estate. We couldn't get a tour of the inside because of COVID. They're asking that you have to make a tour appointment 24 hours ahead of time, and so we didn't do that, but we did walk all over the grounds, and then we drove around the neighborhood that surrounds that estate, and the homes there are beautiful. That is like one of my favorite things to do, is see the historical homes in the areas that we visit, because where we're from if anything gets old, they knock it down and build something new. So there's not history from the 1700s and 1800s where we're from. So I just love and appreciate like the historical aspect of places like Lexington, and so that was really fun. It was kind of cloudy and overcast all day, but the rain did clear, so we were able to, you know, walk outside, walk all over the grounds of that estate and just see. It was really cool and nice that they did have some portions of it open to walk through and look at. So that's what we did yesterday. Then we grabbed lunch or dinner from a really good restaurant, but the customer service wasn't so great, so I don't know that I want to recommend it, but the food was good, so, and fresh, so that was nice. And then we came back and the kids went swimming again, and we called it a day. So we are going to actually drive up to the bridge that connects Ohio and Kentucky. We want to see the bridge, and it's kind of in the same direction. Then we're gonna go to the Creation Museum and spend the day. And so that's what we're up to today, and it'll be our last day on our trip. It's been super fun and just nice to get away and spend time together as a family. 11 tons. I don't think we weigh 11 tons, do we, Liv? Taking a little walk across the historical bridge. It's pretty cool. So you walk across the bridge, you're in Kentucky. Over this way, you're in Ohio.
Probably took a lot of time.
Yeah. The kids can always find a park to play on. Whoa! Okay, go down, Chiku. Whee! Oh!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to
Many people believe this creates a war between science and faith. But in reality, this is a clash between two worldviews that have much to say about our past, our present, and our future.
The most reliable dating method. Right here.
Meanwhile, creationists understand the many differences to be evidence that we belong on entirely separate trees. But the greatest distinction between apes and humans is that men and women are made in the image.
This is awesome right here. All of these questions that everyone asks. Everyone has asked themselves, but with the naturalistic evolutionist worldview and a biblical creation worldview side by side. So, why am I here? This is the question everyone wonders. A cosmic accident, chance, or created?
But instead of assuming that all the various life forms arose from a common ancestor, they believe what Genesis 1 teaches, that each kind of animal will only bring forth after its kind.
And most importantly is probably this question right here. Is there any hope? And what happens when I die? This is pretty depressing.
Contrary to evolution, since these species do not gain new genetic information that might turn one kind of animal into another.
So cool. So cool. You guys have to come here. I can't stress it enough. It is worth the drive, worth the flight, worth the cancellation of any other trip. Your kids and you need to come here.
Someday, the Lord will bring new heavens and a new earth, where there'll be no more pain, sorrow, suffering, or death. He will turn brokenness back to beauty.
We're about to enter something that is supposed to look like the Garden of Eden may have looked. Yeah, that's so cool.
The Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden.
The tree of life with all the fruit on it.
And he took one of his ribs and made it into a woman and brought her to the man. And Adam said,
So you walk through the museum here, and it goes through the 7 C's in God's eternal plan: creation, corruption, catastrophe, confusion, Christ, the cross, and consummation. And it so detailed, visually portrays pictures of each of those things. And you're literally emotionally moved walking from the creation. You're like, wow, this is so beautiful. Even Kylie said, why wouldn't they have just wanted to stay there? And I'm like, you know, think of your own life, honey, when you're not satisfied. And then it moves on to the corruption, and you see that, and it's just crazy. And the sin and confusion, and then you walk through it all, and then you see Christ, the cross, the consummation, and it's incredible. So valuable for kids and adults to see this visually explained.
This is like a picture of our DNA strands, and every human being that's created by God has their own individual DNA. So God is the one that decides how tall you are, how your hair is, how your eyes are, all the different things that make you up of who you are. And there's no one else on the earth that has the same DNA as you. And God decides that. And it even says identical twins initially share identical DNA, but minor variations arise. So even identical twins who are born looking exactly the same don't have identical DNA. That's usually when you will find out you're having a baby, is when it's about that. And it shows the actual size right there. Then this is around 6 weeks. So still, you're barely 1 month pregnant. And that's the actual size. And then this is about 2 months pregnant right here. And it shows you that the eyes and the ears are starting to form. This is week 8, so you're about 2 months pregnant. And that's the actual size there. Now here this shows the model is the actual size. So 9 weeks of life. That's only 2 months pregnant. And how long has it been pregnant for? 9 months. So already at the 2 months, that's what the baby looks like. And then this is like 3 months pregnant. This is like 4 months pregnant. What do you think that's right there? This is like 5 months pregnant. Look, already getting there. This is about 6 months pregnant. The actual size, that's how big the baby is when it's 6 months pregnant. This is about Cameron right here. Oh, Cameron's big.
Perfect stop for your bug-loving child. Dr. Crawley's museum.
Goliath.
The male and the female pairs, that's cool.
That's my favorite type.
Which one?
Hercules beetle.
Here's the only insects that I enjoy. The butterflies. Not even the moths, really. Just the butterflies.
But he will be so delighted.
So this is going to be so pretty at night. Down here, they have all of this at the Creation Museum. So awesome. What was your favorite thing inside, Kylie?
Probably when talk about the babies.
So the unborn. Caleb, what about yours? What was your favorite in there?
Garden of Eden.
You like the Garden of Eden depiction?
Loved it.
What was your favorite, little Missy?
Garden of Eden.
You like that? But only before sin, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That sin room was
Pretty intense, huh?
We are.
So now we're walking over to the botanical garden before it's dark, but we will walk it again later when it is dark, because you can see all of the Christmas lights are starting to turn on, but it's not completely dark yet. So I'm just going for a little walk outside. Then we're gonna go inside and listen to one of their speakers explaining about dinosaurs in the Bible and how those things go together and how you have to have a understanding to grasp both. So that's what we're gonna do next. Big zip line in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Liv! Which one was scarier, that one or the one from the other night?
Oh, the one from the other night.
So we got some dinner from Noah's Cafe because we're outside, so we can eat in this heated outdoor area and look at the Christmas lights. So it actually worked out pretty good because there's not too much to eat around the Creation Museum. So we got some pot roast, some soup, some wraps, just a whole bunch of stuff. So should be okay.
After the flood, God once again told his people to go forth, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. But after a time, the people found themselves upon the plains of Shinar, and instead of honoring God as they ought, they determined to make a great name for them. Ceaseless voices cry, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Lord Most High. Travelers, rejoice with me. The King has come. Emmanuel, God with us. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised.
Be forgot and never brought to mind. Should